Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Today I want to talk about the importance of self. And I'm not talking service to self, I'm not talking ego. I'm talking about working on yourself. Working on yourself, your personal issues, um, really taking a good long look at yourself in the mirror and how important that is. I mean, everybody is here on this earth to work on themselves, for spiritual growth and to learn and whatever. I think we can all agree that's what we're here to do, right? Although some of us have what we would consider higher calling, a vocation to do the great work of um, waking humanity up, trying to guide them down the right path now that we're at this fork in the road. And we would say that this is so much more important than working on oneself. No. No, 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 no. It is as important. And until you've done that work on yourself, you cannot be effective in the great work. I'm sorry. I mean, just learning the truth, accepting the truth, before you can share it. You have to understand that before you can share it. And you have to understand what's going on with you before you can understand what's going on with the world. Do you get me? I, for one, have been guilty of this, and I see it going on all the time, is that those of us who have that vocation tend to get caught up in this so-called great work without actually looking at ourselves first or at the same time. And I know for my part, I thought, well, I actually can't do anything about my own issues. I just gotta wait for them to figure themselves out, and I'm just gonna concentrate on the on truth, on the awakening, because it's way more important than little old me and my silly little problems, and they'll just figure themselves out. Bullshit. I was wrong. I knew I was lying to myself. I was just scared of facing my own problems because it was too difficult and painful sometimes. But you know what? The universe isn't going to let you get away with that, because this is how it's made. It's going to come at you in ever decreasing spiral, getting tougher and tougher and tougher until you are forced to address the issue. And it's so much better if you just choose to. You choose to address that issue rather than letting it get so far gone, and getting it so tough, and then you just suffer unnecessarily. So I'm advising people really to look at themselves in the mirrors and to try and understand. And we're lucky enough to have people to have such an understanding of how things work and natural law and this sort of thing, and they should be great tools in helping you to deal with your own problems, with your own personal issues. So I'm not saying do your own personal work before you attack the great work. I'm saying use the truth that you learn on the sort of great work side of things. Use that for your self-work, for your shadow work, if you want to call it that, because it can be really useful and it can really help you. And when you use that to help yourself, then you can explain to others how to use that to help themselves. Because really, that's how this is going to happen. It's going to be one individual at a time that you're going to be able to help. You're not going to be helping people en masse. Each one of us is going to help people one at a time. And by going through this experience of finding truth, applying it to our own lives, understanding our own shadows, and working on that, using the tools of truth, our understandings of what we've discovered, of what's going on, how things work, natural law, and all of that, and just the way in which this reality works. And yes, I know that this reality is an illusion. On some levels, me and my brother, we used to talk about our problems and we just brush them off at the end. You know, oh, it's all an illusion anyway. And that was an excuse I gave myself as well when I was turning away from my own problems, my own issues, my own shadow. It's all an illusion anyway. Who gives a stuff? Well, no, it is an illusion, but it is important. And this is our reality. And at that time, when I was in, oh, it doesn't matter, it's all an illusion phase, I was like, okay, so you've got the Matrix, which hasn't been created, but it has been hijacked, in my opinion, by the Archons or the global elite or whoever you want it to be. Okay, for the purpose of this video, it's not important. But then you break out of that, break out the illusions and the lies and all that, and you're still in a kind of matrix, a natural matrix. The one that was just there to be a school, not a prison. And I thought, well, you know, that's not real truth either. That's not real either. I want real. I want real. And how far does it go? How many matrices do I have to get through before it gets to reality? But actually, you know what? As long as you're in physical reality, you're in a matrix. And you know what? I kind of like being in the physical reality. I find it still really interesting. I don't particularly want to be non-physical. For one thing, I'm not done with this lifetime, far from it. But I don't know, maybe afterwards I would like to be non-physical. I don't know, but you know, physical's good, and so as long as you're in physical, you're gonna have a matrix. But the natural one, obviously, is what we want, and not the hijacked version of the Archons. And this whole illusion, it's not real. Yes and no. Because it's an illusion doesn't mean it's not important, because it is our reality. The illusion is our reality. And this is how it works. Because we have to understand that the illusion being our reality, the illusion is an expression, is the physical expression of the spiritual. The spiritual and the physical are truly one. So to separate them is wrong. And everything we do, therefore, is spiritual. The universe says it is. Universal law says it is. And that's the thing as well. You've got to act. You can't say it's all an illusion. That's, you know, work on it from a spiritual point of view. No. You've got to act as well. You've got to align your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And you've got to act. Because that is how this reality, this universe functions. And I hope I'm making myself clear. I hope I'm helping you, if you haven't already got this, to understand that this so-called illusion, which is an illusion on one level, is our reality. And it's not unimportant. It's how we function. This is the experience. The experience is not unimportant. It was created for a reason, and it functions in a certain way, and it's not because you recognize that on a certain level it's an illusion that poof, it's all going to change. You don't have to act. You can, you know, you can sort of skip the action part and go straight to the top and just change the whole game. No, you can't do that. Perhaps as a collective we could. I don't know. I don't know if we could as the whole of humanity together. If 100% of humanity were working together, perhaps it would be possible. But you know what? As I said, as long as you're in physical, it's going to be an illusion. Physicality is an illusion. You don't want to be in physical anymore? Are you that much of a coward? Is it too tough for you to be in physical? You know? to my points. What I'm saying is, don't think you can bury your head in the sand. Ignore working on yourself. It's a mistake I've made that many people I can see around me make. And if you're lucky enough to have that vocation of truth, use what you learn on yourself, and don't think it just applies to others. Don't deny, please. Ask yourself, am I in denial over anything? Be honest with yourself. Be true to yourself. You want to have your power back. You want to be fulfill your true potential. Be really what you are. We know that humans are way more powerful than we've been told we are. But you're not if you're going to be lying. You've got to be honest. You've got to be true. You've got to be real. You've got to be genuine. We are here for truth, and truth starts with self, guys and gals. Truth starts with self, being honest to yourself. So work on that. And another thing is, don't forget to act. And when you work on yourself, you come into what's really going on, the truth about you, not your truth. No. I've already discussed that when I talked about solipsism in the New Age. Not your truth, but the truth about you. When you come to that truth and you've dealt with it, changes everything. I'm not saying that I'm done with that, because for me it's an ongoing process and it's a lifelong thing. But if you're not working on that and constantly working on that, how can you work on the whole of humanity if you can't deal with just yourself? Huh? So important. And it's so important to act, to work on self, to align and to act. I hope I've been clear. I hope I've been helpful. I could waffle on trying to explain this, trying to get my point across for ages, but I won't. I'm just going to hope that you've got me there. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Until next time, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.